Bustin' makes me feel good. Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Afternoon Gaming. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and on today's spooktacular episode, we'll be playing Beast Busters, which is some sort of horror-themed video game in keeping in theme with the fact that Halloween is right around the corner. There's a beast, we'll be busting him. No one knows what happened here. One sure thing will risk our lives. That is random and incoherent, quite vague. No spoilers, let's just throw in some coins and get to busting. So I guess I'm Buster number 3. No, I'm Johnny Justice. That is a name. That is a name. This town is doomed. Those who enter something, we've come to solve the mystery. With the guns.
Section 1.
Mystery Zone 1. Let's solve a mystery Scooby-Doo style by shooting a bunch of dogs and zombies in their friggin' faces. This is a zombie. This is a mystery solving experience if ever I saw one. Oh man, okay, I don't know how to use grenades or anything. I don't even know if I have a button set up for that. Man, this is crazy. Things are just exploding all over the place. That's what she said. All right. Enough dirty innuendo. These zombies have guns. What is happening here? I have a machine gun too. This is quite intense. I don't know if I have to protect the whole screen or just my side of it. Usually if there's 3 players, each player is protecting a certain segment of the screen. So hold on. How do I... Ah, there we go. That's how you throw grenades. Die, zombies. I like how they explode into gibs when you kill them. That's super satisfying. Also, we only have so many clips, so I should probably not waste bullets. Oh, that's so cool. This would be an amazing game to play back in the arcades back in the day. I wonder if the arcade machine had, like machine guns, Terminator 2 style. Oh god. Kaboom! Oh, that's so satisfying. All the gibs. Or do you call them jibs? I don't know. I think it's a regional dialect thing. Some people go gibs, some go jibs. I feel like gibs sounds about right. Oh, I'm shooting up the train too. So what kind of zombies use guns? I've seen fast and slow zombies, but I've never seen gun zombies. That's a little intense. These zombies understand the power of firearms. So obviously I'm playing this on an emulator. This is a light gun game, but you got my little mouse cursor here. I have done games like this on with light guns and stuff before. I mean, the best gun for it is to use a Wiimote for something like this. The light gun is really a lost controller. It's never coming back. I think I've just given up hope. You know, if you watch some of my earlier videos from years past, I opine about the light guns and how even like a Wiimote motion control, you know, gun controller or whatever, it's not the same as a light gun. A light gun, wherever you're aimed at on the screen, that's what gets hit. Whereas a Wiimote really just detects sort of angles, and depending on where the light bar is relative to the TV, it does or does not detect, oh, we died. It does or does not... How are you supposed to do this? Oh wait, how do we... Oh, this is tedious. Just end it. Good, we're ab. Yes, continue. Depending on if you, you know, the angle of the Wiimote and the light bar and all that stuff, like you can have it aimed at a certain part of the TV, but it may be slightly off. And that's why in Wiimote games, you often have a crosshair on the screen, which you don't need in light gun games, because in light gun games, you can just look down the sights of your gun and wherever you're shooting is where you're shooting. With a Wiimote, you know, you need the crosshair so you can see what you're actually aimed at on the screen. So anyway, Wiimote is more like a mouse, I would say, than a true light gun. And yeah, I've talked in the past about how it'd be cool if light gun games came back somehow. I know there is a, because sort of notoriously, one of the reasons light gun games can't be played nowadays is that, what kind of place is this? We must go back. No, we can only go forward. One of the reasons light gun games can't be played these days is because they're programmed to deal with the frame rate of a CRT TV, not an LED or LCD or plasma. And due to some very technical issues regarding refresh rates, basically the CRT screen was super fast on, when you press a button and you see a response a frame or two later. Whereas LEDs and stuff can have a couple, 6-7 frames of delay, and that the games weren't programmed to handle that, and so light gun games like Duck Hunt and stuff just won't work on an LED TV. However, I know there are some hacks. People have developed hardware and stuff to actually get things like Duck Hunt to actually work. And that's great, but I mean, unless that goes mainstream, I think the era of light gun games is just over. I think they will always remain, excuse me, an interesting relic of the past. Oh, that was super satisfying. You'll always be able to buy old retro games that use light guns. You'll always be able to buy an NES and a CRT TV and load it up and show your kids and grandkids and great-grandkids and other descendants, the awesomeness of light gun games, but I don't think anyone's ever going to make a new one. I think we're just done. It just passed. So, I've come to peace with it, I feel like a game like this even, like I'm playing with the mouse, kind of moving it around on my desk, shooting zombies while I chat with you fine folks here. It's fine, but honestly, like, it is not, I know in my bones this is not the right experience. Like if I had a gun in an arcade, like, holding a machine gun peripheral and it's there going do, and I'm like, seeing the flashes on the screen while all these creatures die and stuff. Totally different experience. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's like Jason's. A couple of Jason Voorheeses. Oh, man! You are dead. That totally is like a Jason. Alright, our name is... Let's just carry on here. They have to shoot the grenades before they hit you, I guess. Oh, we blew one of the guys up. Yeah, eat it, Voorhees. Keep out. Do not go in here. Zombie mystery behind these doors. No, I think actually... So the light gun technology... On the NES, the way it worked is when you pulled the trigger, the entire screen would go blank for a frame, and then basically targets would appear one at a time. And depending on which frame your light gun detected a target appeared on the screen, that's the target you hit, basically. I believe that's, in a nutshell, that's how the technology worked. I think for games like this, technically, I think the guns didn't aim at the screen to do anything. I believe the way it worked is the arcade systems were honed. So like T2, I think, did this. So I think this one probably was like T2 because you got a machine gun and stuff. But basically the machine guns were attached to the system and you could sort of push them back and forth, left and right, kind of like a giant joystick almost, but with a gun on the end. And based on how far back and how far forward you pushed it, they would just know where you'd be aiming on the screen. So they could just read joystick readings, basically, and detect exactly where you were on the screen. So they wouldn't have to, make anything appear on the screen. They wouldn't need the light gun itself to read any data off the screen the way that Nintendo had to for the NES Zapper. So I believe that's how this worked. And that's why the screen's not constantly flashing as I'm pulling the trigger and icing all these zombie queens. Grenade! Oh, what? Why didn't most of them die there? Grenade! What, are they grenade-resistant zombies? What is happening here? I don't understand, but... Oh, we should be getting all this ammo. We really need it. Oh, there's like one female zombie up there. Trying to shoot me. Oh, look at all this grenade, all this ammo. Yes. I think we got some health in there. Die, zombies. Oh, we even shot their knives back. That's what you gotta do. Zombies. I once heard somebody say that the only two humans you're allowed to kill in video games safely, I mean, you can kill whoever you want. Grand Theft Auto is certainly evidence of that. But if you want like a PG rating for your video game, there's only two kinds of humans you can make the villains that you can kill. And that's Nazis and zombies. So, It's gotta be, you know, like kind of an eye-opener if you're a Nazi and you realize you're on the same level of literal undead in terms of, you know, public sympathy. I mean, like, there are modern Nazis, right? Like, there are Nazis out there. Like, why? Why would you... Okay, I don't want to get into a whole thing here, but I don't know why you'd be a Nazi. This seems terrible. Not only for the bad PR, but, you know, for all the terrible things that you would stand for. Like, that has to come from a place of, like, hate and pain to, like, end up as a Nazi. Certainly, I feel like these zombies are better people than Nazis, frankly. Like, yes, they're trying to kill me. They've learned how to use guns. They want to take over the world, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, they're just zombies. They're hardly as blameworthy as Nazis, so there you go. Breaking news, Gaming J is anti-Nazi. If I lose any subscribers for that, that's just sort of like shocking to me that any of my subscribers are pro-Nazi. But frankly, if you are, been fun, but we'll be seeing you. Anyway, now we're fighting a zombie biker gang. Hardcore, man. Oh, we knocked them off their bikes and now they're still fighting. These are determined zombies, man. I feel like if zombies can use guns and form complex strategies and tactics and ride motorcycles, maybe we should open up talks with these zombies. Maybe there's an avenue for peace here. I don't know how this zombie war got started, but if it's brains you're after, maybe we could arrange some sort of like organ donation program where when humans die of natural causes, we just give your brains to the zombies to make hamburgers out of. Sounds disgusting until you think of what actual hamburgers are made out of. It's slaughtered cow. And I ain't no vegetarian. I love me a burger, but it's true. I think the vegetarians are onto something. Meat is disgusting when you really think about it. Probably in 500 years Star Trek time, people will look back on people who eat meat and they'll look like literal Neanderthals, myself included. Because I think it's a habit that once society kicks eating meat and we don't do it anymore, give it one generation and people will look back and be like, what the hell were people thinking? That is disgusting. Eating animal carcass? Ugh. It'd be the same as eating bugs now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a fan of eating bugs. I found a house centipede in my basement the other day and it freaked me out. I don't even like having to squish the things, let alone eat them. Not for me. We're in danger of dying. We're at a zombie pool party, by the way. Got a zombie river cruise going on here. Oh, continue, yeah. I don't know what I was waiting for there. Fun to blow up the zombies' boats. Like, see, look at these guys. They have a complex zombie society going on here. Some human shows up with a machine gun. You know what it reminds me of? Have you guys seen I Am Legend? The Will Smith movie? That was actually based on a book, and I think the movie sort of butchered the twist of the book a bit. But, so I'll tell you the book story, spoilers I guess, I don't know if you care about it. But the book story is basically this. I Am Legend refers to Will Smith's character. He is a legend in this post-apocalyptic world that's been taken over by zombie vampires. And he goes out, he's one of the last humans surviving, possibly the last, and he goes out and he finds like nests of these zombie vampires during the day when they're sleeping, and he slaughters them all. And he's trying to find like a cure for the zombieism or whatever. But the title refers to the twist at the end, which is the fact that these zombie vampires are actually intelligent and have their own society. And he is legend to them because to them, he is a monster that comes in the night and like kills their children and kills them and stuff. So he is the equivalent of like a vampire to a society of vampires. It's a great twist in the book. Very interesting. So maybe that is the equivalent of us. These zombies have developed their own functioning society here. And then, you know, some Johnny Justice here shows up with a machine gun and unlimited supply of bullets and kills their entire police force. You know, all their military. Kills their bat pets, their fish, their beloved carnivorous fish pets. Slaughters them all. Just guns down their entire society. Who's the bad guy in that scenario? I don't know. But it's a complicated dance of political motivations. Who's to say who's right and who's wrong in that scenario? I don't know. But we are legend, I suppose. I only have 3 clips of bullets left. I wonder what happens when you literally run out of bullets. I guess you just have to sit and die. I guess I shouldn't be wasting bullets. I mean, I know I technically have unlimited continues, but I'm still trying to play like it's real. I'm still trying to... Oh my god, it's a pile of bodies with an eyeball in the middle. I'm just gonna throw my nades at it. Oh, we've blown up some of the bodies that it's using as a shield. I can't even see where my cursor is. I just have to trust... I'm sort of going by like my mind's idea of where the mouse is on the mouse pad, but I can't even see the cursor. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I think we almost got it. Oh, I'm dead. He's just an eye, though. We can take an eye. He's hard to hit, though. Really hard to hit. Die, eye. We got him. Get the clips. Yeah, I wonder what these guys' names are. Johnny Justice, Klex Glowback, and Beardy Beardenson. Those are definitely not their names. The old factory may hold clues. Let's look. I think I can smell some clues with my gun. The more zombies I gun down, the more clues I unleash. These zombies are like, oh god, they're in the factories now! Call the National Guard! Call the Zombie National Guard! They're going to kill us all! I think they just killed my dog! Oh, they killed my other dog! Oh, they killed my 3rd dog! All my dogs are dying one after the other. It's a bloodbath. Oh, there's robot zombies? Whoa. I mean, that's not even a zombie at that point. It's just a robot. But they got just robots. Even the, like, zombie owls are attacking me. Everybody wants some of me. Take you all out, I don't care. This does actually make me want to play Terminator 2, the arcade game, at some point. I played that a little in the arcades, and then I think I got the Game Boy version when I was a kid. And I will say the Game Boy version isn't that good, and it is quite hard. But it was one of the few games I had, and I always loved Terminator 2, the movie, even as a kid, so I definitely played that game until I could beat it. So that's a thing. It would be kind of a trip to play the old Game Boy version of it. Maybe I will. Maybe I've talked myself into it gradually right now. I don't know when I'll have time to play it, but at some point, someday, I'll give it a shot. These zombies. Here, have some... Oh, I'm out of grenades! I am out of grenades. Jeez, die already, guys. Wow, I literally couldn't shoot fast enough to kill all the zombie guys. Oh my god, they've turned into Mega Guy. No, Mega Guy. You were programmed for love, not hate. Oh, Jesus. I feel like you definitely need 3 people. I think this is one of those games that doesn't modify its difficulty based on the number of people playing. Which, I feel like those games... Oh, there we go. I feel like those games, there's many examples of them throughout gaming history, and it's always a bit of a shame because as somebody who plays a lot of games solo, I feel like every game should be playable solo. It's a shame when a game requires you to play with other people. Not that I don't like playing with other people. I'm a huge fan of playing with other people, but I guess in my life, and I don't know if you guys find the same, but frequently I want to play a video game and there isn't somebody around to play with me. And the reason I'm playing a video game is because, this sounds so depressing, because I'm by myself. If I had other people around me to play games, maybe I'd play a video game. Maybe I'd play a board game or crack out Dungeons and Dragons if we had enough, you know, dedicated gamers sitting around a table. We'd play things together. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to hit the girl. This is interesting. I think I successfully killed him, but not the girl. Will the grenades hurt the girl? No, she's grenade proof. That's good. He's a giant. I don't want to say what he looks like, folks, but let's just say phallic. But yes, anyway, so like when I go to play a video game, I wanted to have solo options because sometimes I'm playing it solo. And I get like not every game can be played solo. There's a couple of my favorite games have to be multiplayer, and that's fine. But a game that forces you to play co-op because the difficulty is just insane if you play solo, that's a little too much. The woman said, destroy the fifth one, then she died. She was a CIA agent. What did her clue mean? I love how the story is like cheap and badly translated Japanese. It just barely gets the vague notions of a plot across. It is perfect for an 80s zombie slasher fest. But yes, I would say the difficulty of this isn't to the point where like it's unplayable single player, but it just feels like the amount of people on the screen, the amount that I'm dying. If there were 3 people playing simultaneously, I think some of these levels would be far easier. So I think all that you need to do is have, maybe half the zombies that you would have if there are 3 people. Don't go all the way to a third. Still give a bit of a challenge. I think half is doable. And make any attacks on the latter half of the screen not, kill you, because any attack over here shouldn't count. Although I think that is maybe what's happening. There's just so much action, I can't 100% tell if an attack lands over here, if I actually get hurt or not. I'm trying to cover the whole screen, but maybe I should just focus on the left side over here. Not 100% sure. Oh god. Okay, here's a perfect time to test. Okay, so that did hurt me when it landed to the right. So yeah, that sucks. There's a brain in there, by the way. Oh my god, we're revealing like eyes and a brain and stuff gradually. Oh my god, it's a monster car. That's actually really cool. Yeah, like see when there's like 6 missiles landing and you're playing solo, there's absolutely no way one person can cover that all. And that's, I think, why this game is not properly balanced for 1 player. You need 3. You should have 3, really. But luckily we have infinite quarters, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I think throwing in infinite quarters is good for seeing a game, but I do believe, and I've always believed this, even though I've done it on the channel many times for these arcade games, it takes away a lot of the game of the game. It takes away a lot of the fun. Because there's literally no challenge. There's absolutely no way for me to lose this game. We're gonna see the end of this game, guys, because no matter how hard it is, I don't have to be good at all. I can close my eyes and move the mouse around the screen and we're going to win. And it's like, that's a little, not disappointing, but it's definitely, this is not how I would play a game that I wanted to like get good at or enjoy. I was listening to somebody recently who was talking about how save states have warped new gamers and their experience of classic games. So the example that he was bringing up was Mario. And this was a YouTube video I saw. I forget who it was, or I would definitely credit him. But I think the video was something like the problem with save states in retro games or something. So here's his argument. Let's say Super Mario Brothers 1, right? If every time you die, let's say you're playing it on a Nintendo Mini, every time you die, you just rewind and go to 30 seconds before you died and try again, you will get really far in the game really easily. And you will skip all the nuance and the challenge and the skill that was required to get that far in the game back in the day. 1-ups cease mattering when death can be undone and reversed. So the game totally switches. 1-ups don't matter, coins don't matter, it doesn't matter if you're good. If there's a hard jump, you just try it again and again and again and again and again until you get it. So it's sort of like there's absolutely no challenge to the game. And then he said there's a certain point in the game, there's certain castles where you get to them, and you have to take alternate paths. Oh, I think we're at a boss, by the way. This is like a master biker zombie experiment guy. We'll get him. He's turning in. Oh, this is one of the bosses. Oh, maybe we'll just fight. Maybe this is like a boss buffet, and we'll go through all the bosses one at a time and fight him again. I like how this dog spits fireballs. It's such a weird dog. Here, get a grenade, dog. But anyway, there's one castle Mario where if you take the upper route, you know, it may not be the exit. You have to kind of go like upper, middle, lower, middle or something. I don't know if you guys know the castle, but it's a puzzle castle. And what he was saying is a lot of gamers who use save states to get to that point, when they're at that point, all of a sudden they're required to explore and take these alternate paths, and a lot of them feel like, oh, the game has a sudden spike in difficulty. And his argument is, it doesn't suddenly have a spike in difficulty. You have to explore and take alternate paths and try different things and get good at these things normally if you're playing without save states. But if you're playing with save states, then yes, it's a sudden change in gameplay. So he's basically saying if you play it with save states, you don't understand how to play it, and you get to this part and it feels like the developers are mean. But the reality is that it's not. And whatever you think of that argument, I definitely agree that when you play a game with infinite continues, with save states and stuff, it feels totally different than if you play a game that doesn't, you know? And it's basically just, you're sitting back, you're watching, it's more of a curiosity, I'd say. Like, this game to us is a curiosity here today. There's no skill involved. I'm not particularly skilled to be able to get this far in the game. I just threw in a lot of artificial quarters, so. So I get that. So, you know, for games I really like, obviously, I try not to cheat at them, because it's more fun to actually, you know, win through skill. But these guys are going down really fast. I wonder if my gun is, like, hyper-powered or something, or if they made the bosses weaker for this last level. Hopefully they made them weaker. Come on, eyeball man. See you do this dance. Hooah, hooah, ha, ha. Yeah, I threw all my grenades. All my nades. Okay, this guy is actually kind of tricky. Oh my god, he's so annoying. I think we got him. Yeah, we got a bunch of power-ups there. Who's boss man? What were those grenades I was throwing doing? Oh yeah, I forgot he had the second form. I'm about to die. You are dead. Well, I just talked about the merits of not cheating in video games, and let me now cheat. That said, you know, what are some cheats that you guys actually always used in video games? So in Mario, if you did die, you could hold A and press start, and then you would continue in the same world that you died in. Not the exact same level, you'd go back to like level 1 of that world, but if you were on like world 8, you'd go to 8-1. So holding A and pressing start is a cheat that I always did. Also the contra code, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select start for 2 players or just start for 1. Always did that one. Even Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I mean, that's a hard Super Nintendo game. I would always go into the options menu and change the number of lives, or rests, I think as they called it, from 3 to like 7 or 9 or whatever the max was. What the hell is this? This is the brains behind the operation. It's some Japanese guy who's like invented a chair for thinking about zombies and having them become real or something. Throwing all my grenades. Oh, I have to kill these eyes. Okay. Whoa, no! Oh, he exploded into a brain. You are dead. Imagine getting this far in the game and then running out of quarters. You'd be like, no! There must have been people back in the day who were like, come on, somebody give me a quarter! You know, begging somebody around them. And I bet there were moments where somebody was really far in a game and they like turned to a kid next to them who had some quarters and they were like, kid, come on, please. I'm at the final boss, please. And probably some kids gave up quarters. I might have done it in the right scenario if somebody was really far and I wanted to see the end too. Especially when you're a kid in arcades, you watch like the bigger kids play arcade games, they were so much better, and you were like, maybe this quarter is better in their hands. But yes, what were some cheats that you guys tolerated? So Contra Code, Super C actually had a lives code too, but it was only 10 lives, not 30. But I don't remember that one off heart. It was different than the normal Contra code. The Konami code, as it was called as well. The up, up, down, down code. So A Start and Mario, Contra code. I feel like those are, I mean, the warp whistles of Mario 3, for sure. I don't think I knew any other cheat codes, though. Contra and Mario were the only games I knew cheat codes, and really Contra is the only, like, cheat code. I literally, off the top of my head, cannot think of any other cheat codes. Okay, follow-up question, what were some other cheat codes? What games had cheat codes, and what were they? Because I literally cannot remember. You guys will probably name one or two, and I'll be like, oh, that's right. I feel like we're taking down Metal Gear now, like we're taking parts of a giant robot mech down. Just lob grenades at this crap. Let them take it out. Oh, I died from that. Died of a broken heart. We're close, I can feel it. That ammo. Oh, those are still alive. Oh, what the hell? Oh, get out of here. Stop that. That's annoying. It just automatically damages you and you can't defend yourself against it. Don't think you have won. We will return. Oh, we killed the brain. The battle is over, but the town remains a mystery. Who killed all these people? What a mystery there is here. I don't think a mystery is the right word for it. It's probably like a poor translation. The end. Is it, though? Like, it looks like they're back. Beastbusters staff. Alright, well, we beat Beastbusters. Again, not a huge accomplishment here, but this was a fun game, I think, to check out on Halloween. You know, it's a shooter, and I think this kind of game is best played in the arcades. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, what do you guys think of Beastbuster here? Is it a game that you guys played back in the day? I'd really be curious to know. The graphics look cool, the zombies look cool. The gameplay was decent enough, but again, I think I needed 3 players, and we needed actual light guns, and if we had that, this would be a lot more fun. I think the home experience really like pales in comparison to what this game actually could offer. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't know, we're getting close to Halloween, guys. Zombies, you're welcome. I will catch you guys tomorrow with yet another video, because we got to do one on Halloween. We got to. And it'll be busting at the seams with something holiday appropriate. I forget what the game is, so I don't want to make any promises. I don't want to say like dragons, have dragons not show up. Although, dragons aren't really Halloween appropriate. You need like zombies and ghosts and stuff. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see you tomorrow for more Halloween stuff, guys. Have a spooky evening. I will see you soon. Ready, guys. Peace.